Okay, so this is an episode anything. We just want to talk about Game of Thrones.
Ooh.
And we brought in a special guest.
Who could it be?
From our Walking Dead podcast. We've got Matt Doss. JP, do you feel the tension between the two Matts here?
I just want to see their beards wrestle.
I was going to say, there can only be one beard.
Yeah.
I'm not. His is a little bit stronger. I don't like it.
We're going to tape your lips shut, and you're just going to rub your beards together and see which one prevails.
I can't do anything with the thin. I have a very small lapel, or whatever it's called, labrae. So I have a thin mustache. I don't have the strong, thick mustache.
So we just rub our beards together really quickly, and
you don't do that.
There's going to be a spark.
It's going to create a scuttlebutt of something. I don't know, like a black hole or something.
We've got two Justins, two Matts.
How
about that?
That's really exciting.
Yeah, that's right. We just gave away JP's secret identity.
Yeah, I don't like that. Now I'm going to have to register again.
I didn't even know his name was Justin until I went over to the comic book shop, and she's like, "Oh yeah." No, I kept saying JP something, and she was like, "The one that works over at the sawmill or something." I was like, "No." And she was like, "You talking about Justin?" I was like,
yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't even know what you were talking about.
He's been keeping this dark secret from us.
He says two Justins. I was like, are you just playing around? Are you kidding? I was like, there's seriously two Justins.
Well, he calls his, little Justin. That's
what I thought he was talking about.
He was talking about
now three Justins in the room.
So are we just going to pair off?
There's only going to be one Matt pretty soon.
It's going to pair off.
Pick your partner. All right, so we're talking about Game of Thrones, and we're just going back kind of hindsight, just talking about the old season now that we've had a couple of weeks to digest all of this.
Matt Doss, you finally caught on up, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Well, it's been a couple of weeks since I watched it because my free trial was over with.
Oh, no.
That's it.
So what'd you think so far?
Oh, it's awesome, man. The last two episodes of this season were by far the best episodes of the entire series.
I loved it.
And the last episode was really good, but the penultimate episode, the one with the Battle of the Bastards, I think it was,
which aired on Father's Day.
Right. Appropriate. But no, it was hard to beat that because it just felt like an epic battle movie.
Well, I told them, I said when he was under the crowd of people, like I was getting short of breath.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Claustrophobic. I mean, that was insane. It's just like drowning, but
in bodies.
Yeah, right? I mean, that was just insane. Very, very good filming and I don't know, production. And
maybe the music could have been differently. I mean, they could have played, some drowning pool during that scene.
Always makes a battle.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Yeah, we're going to get along just fine.
So what did you think about speaking of music, I did, being this is all hindsight, like the finale, man, I loved the first, 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
Oh, with just, the Capitol and all that, or the...
this whole, it was just music the whole time, and you were like, oh, man, something bad's about to happen.
It was doing a good job of setting the mood. Like that.
Yeah, definitely. So, Matt Crowder, how are you feeling? I mean, the thing that sucks is, I'm going to call you Doss, you Crowder. That's just how I'm going to do this.
You call me MD. Or
MD?
No, let's go with Doss.
MD, no, you can think MD gives you more street cred.
Makes you sound like a doctor, too. So
yeah, there you go. All right, MD and Crowder.
Makes me think of Mad Dog Wine.
So, MD.
MD 2020. Yeah.
Oh, God. So, now that you've had a few weeks to digest it, what are you thinking?
I think Cersei is crazy with power. She just destroyed all of her enemies almost at once, except for the Sand Snakes and Olenna. But I was so upset to see Marjorie.
Oh,
Marjorie.
Man.
Oh man.
Oh wow, that surprised
that hurt me.
It was built up to it. I was like, she's going to get out of the building, right? She's going
to
get out of the building, right?
And then she didn't.
And she did not get
Spoiler alert.
And how is Cersei going to spin that, though? Is she going to take responsibility for blowing all that up? Or is she going to be like these crazy, religious folks blew themselves up?
And I think she's proud of what she did.
We saw the fulfillment of that witch's prophecy.
Yep.
All of her children gone?
And, and Tommen was kind of her fault,
It really that was just the most...
She pretty much pushed him to do that.
I mean, that was just the most nonchalant suicide I think I've ever seen on television. I mean, he's just like...
Well, I guess that's it.
All right, and he just sets his crown down, walks off. I don't know what he did off camera. Probably, let me adjust,
Yeah, I got to pick a wedgie out.
Right, and then
he got in one last...
I mean, he's brave.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Got him one quick...
Matt Doss, say something real quick.
Something real quick.
Okay, I think I'm picking you up good.
Uh-oh.
I'm just not hearing you as much in my headset, and I want to make sure all of the glorious things you say...
I'm afraid to touch this microphone. I'm not going to lie to you.
I think...
Is it low? What's going on?
It's seeming low.
What's happening?
Wiggle the back of it a little bit. It's that cable.
Oh, God.
Oh.
What happened?
Oh, there he is.
Oh, man.
It was definitely the cable.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
so that cable.
All right.
Oh, man.
Now you're booming.
I am.
What's going on here?
There you go.
There we go. Is this a nice?
Yeah,
is this
you're good. I adjusted you.
I feel like I have to
Fine.
talk really loud. I'm just going to whisper the entire episode. Just like a Bob
it'd be
Ross
like an
kinda
episode
thing.
of Big Brother. I
There's
hate that shit.
We have to get Alyssa out of here right now.
Dude,
I'm gonna tell her that she's a bitch.
I'm not changing too fast, but I told my mom and dad are big on that show. I told them last night, I said, you realize whenever they're like, well, so-and-so was a great player from season 1, that means he's a douchebag. That means he's a good manipulator, liar, and backstabber. That's not really...
My father's 73 years old, loves that. It's the only show that and Andy Griffith and the
parents-
news are all he watches.
My parents both watch it, and I hate it because the whole time, this is how they do it.
yeah. We have to get head of the household. We have to get in there.
It's like, we were like the bro pack, and then it's just like, screw the bro pack. I'm in like the flower power pack. I hate that show. But anyways.
Oh, man.
So wait, your uncle doesn't watch Jeopardy? What kind of old person is he?
Wait, no,
He's
my
not working-
dad. My
Oh,
dad.
your
is-
dad.
What happened?
I thought you said your
What's
uncle.
going
You're good. You're good.
Am I good?
Yeah,
Jeez.
I don't know what's...
There you're good. You're good. Just don't touch your
I didn't
mic.
touch it last time. I don't know what
You're
happened.
good.
But no, my dad, not my uncle, my dad.
Your dad.
Yeah.
No game shows.
No, my dad, my uncle watched a lot of porn, I think.
Oh.
But my dad watches Big Brother. I think he just likes to live vicariously through the younger people. Yeah, it's like, I remember those days.
The way they used to watch porn was so different too. I mean, they had to watch it on reels, on reel to reel.
But you know, that was good, though. There was
Like a
that one
projector.
scene
There was no
really like-
pausing and rewinding and skipping to the end or anything like that.
You just needed a white surface and just just let it go.
You gotta go
If it was happening too quick during the foreplay, you were like, "Oh, slow down there."
so just
slow
somebody
down.
just hold the reel for a second in place.
Let's spin that up faster.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Justin number 2, JP.
Oh, that's me.
Yes, it is.
You're
what
a number
up?
2.
Looking back on this season,
Doo-doo.
let's go ahead. I know it's got something to do with Littlefinger here. Matt Doss, if you haven't listened, JP for some reason just thinks Littlefinger is the
Because
character.
for one
Oh,
thing,
yeah, I love Peter Baelish. He's awesome.
yeah, and he's
Are you
getting ready to take the
serious?
Iron
Yes.
Throne.
I hate Peter.
He's
Baelish.
I mean, he's
Favorite.
creepy, but
He's such
he's
an
good.
asshole.
He's definitely not the kind of guy you want to see walking through a playground.
No, not at all.
I would play. I'd swing on those swings. I'd be on one end of Littlefinger's teeter totter. I'd seesaw with him.
So let me just confirm that for our listeners. You, JP,
He could push me on the
would
swing,
be on
You
the
wanted to
other
give you a
end.
little finger?
and I would push him on the swing.
Maybe we could swing together.
Yeah.
So looking back on this season, what are your thoughts? How did you feel about the season as a whole?
I thought it was pretty good. I liked it.
It
Pretty
was one of the
good.
best seasons.
It was. You sounded really unexcited about that. It was pretty good.
I mean, I don't. It's been so long now. I can really barely.
I mean,
remember
who
what
can
happened.
remember what
Yeah, who
happened
can?
4 weeks ago?
If Game of Thrones was a female and they were talking about their sex and that's how you responded, yeah, it was pretty good. You wouldn't be getting a season 7.
You can give it to me if you want. I don't even care.
He's had better shows.
Right.
God, I'm trying to.
He's seen better.
This isn't by far the best season. You're not Breaking Bad season 5.
No way.
Oh man, that's our next to do. Is we got to do a Breaking Bad podcast. Just start over.
And I know this is a jump a little bit, but Bryan Cranston, Walter White, is playing Zordon.
Yeah,
in the
new
Power Rangers. Oh man, I'm getting more and more excited about it. Like,
if you
every
really
day.
want something exciting, go. Someone took the whole "I am the one who knocks" speech and put him in the Power Rangers scene, like in the Zordon bubble, and he's talking to Alpha 5, and they're all, it's really good.
Did you guys hear the interview with Cranston? He was like, I wasn't even going to consider doing that movie until I read the script.
Right.
Yep.
And he's like, this is what Nolan did for Batman. This Power Rangers.
It's a lot
project.
darker.
Yeah, he was.
And
He
he
was
seems
this
honest.
close to doing a porn parody.
A porn parody.
Yeah, called Breaking Brad.
Oh man.
So he was going to be railing a guy named Brad.
Hey, I don't know his role.
No one questions the Cranston. You just observe and be glad you get.
He
to
just wanted to step up the porn parody game. Really show him how it's done.
So, we rank each episode, for both The Walking Dead and the Game of Thrones. So, Matt, Doss, you're used to this system.
Sure.
But let's this isn't ending it, but let's look back now and go starting with Crowder. What would you rank this season on a scale? What do we do on the Game of Thrones? Do we 1 through 10?
We went 1 through 10.
And JP always tries to be different and
Yeah,
do
I'm
like
different.
stars.
And what was like your absolute favorite thing that happened through the whole season, like specifically?
Yes,
like,
ranking
man.
and your favorite part.
sink your teeth in.
Well,
Chew it up.
I mean, my favorite part had to have been
swallow.
Ramsey getting chewed up by the
puppies.
Yeah,
Oh man.
that had to
was
be my
very
favorite.
satisfying.
It was very, very satisfying.
Equally satisfying though was watching Jon Snow just beat the shit out of his face. Like that was just
And
lovely.
then have that one moment. I'm sorry, I keep. There we go. This is gonna be fun.
Hold
Every
it
couple of
firm.
minutes. I'm actually have to hold it like a stand-up comedian for the entire time, like an ice cream cone. What is it with white people? I don't know. No, what was it? Yeah. No.
What was your rating? What would you rate the season, 1 through 10?
As far as I think it's the best season so
Just
far.
as a whole? Me
Yeah,
too.
as a whole. But
Agreed.
I would give it a good solid 9.
Yes. Because I said the same thing about Walking Dead and Game of Thrones. I said, man, I think the latest 2 seasons have been like the best seasons they've had.
But at least Game of Thrones didn't like build you up and then just decide to
Just get
say,
you there
"Screw
and
you.
decide
We'll
you need
talk
to go
you
home
later."
with blue balls. Yeah.
Because I guess I don't know. It's weird. I got Breaking Bad. Not Breaking Bad. I'm all about that now. Game of Thrones is they know they don't have to taunt you to get you to come back next season. Like
Yeah.
you're going to want to see it.
I think that's what we talked about on our Walking Dead was that they can just you can be completely resolved in a lot of things and you're still super excited for that premiere and
They
just
just
as many
don't.
people come
They
back.
don't trust the audience. They
No.
just don't trust us.
I mean, the number one show on cable television, you should be able to trust some of your millions of viewers will be back regardless of if we saw Carl actually get it or not. Ain't that right?
Yeah, he got it.
You think so?
He got it. Yeah, of course he got his skull bashed in. What are you, crazy?
I guess.
Who
so.
else? Josh, you're making me mad now.
Oh,
I've been
shit.
sitting over here minding my business, not bothering anybody, and you start.
It's so hard to take you seriously with those flower headphones. Like I really want to be angry.
Lisa Frank stickers.
You look like my sister's 6th grade trapper keeper. That's what you look like right now.
And now you're going to start shitting on Trapper Keepers.
Oh man.
Oh, so Doss, what was your
Yeah.
favorite moment from season 6?
Okay, and stick with me with this.
Okay.
But I'm going to say my favorite moment was the whole Hodor holy
Hodor.
God, can I say that? Hodor ordeal?
Hodor Odeed?
What? Hodor Odeed, yeah.
Man.
Gee.
That is a tongue twister.
Hodor and his
Ordeal.
ordeal. Thank
Right.
you.
Yeah, there you
but
go.
yeah, that was just, I was emotional. And it's one of those things, people made those jokes. God dang it, why do I keep hitting this microphone? People were making jokes about it's hold the door and all that, but when it actually happened, and you're like, holy shit,
It just hits you
doing the
right in the
whole
feels.
Going back in time and just turning into an idiot for the rest of his life, So,
His whole life had been about that one moment, pretty much.
Right? So that
his
was-
whole
And it
existence.
was all Brant's fault.
right?
I mean,
He's worse than Ollie.
he
I was
really
way more
is.
upset about 1-1.
Oh, man, 1-1.
1-1.
Poor 1-1.
Man.
What would you rank this season on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
8.5? That's
8.5.
fair. That's not bad. It's
An
not
8.5.
bad.
Just because I want to save room for the next 2 seasons.
Right. You don't want to be.
That was my logic as well.
Right.
You don't want to be too whorish with your 10s and your 9s.
Yeah, no, I don't want to give away.
You get a 10, and you get a 10, and you get a 10.
Everybody's getting 10. 2 years later, you're like, I still have my 10 and I can't pay for it.
Oh, so JP. All right.
me?
Ranking and favorite moment. Not necessarily in that order.
All right, my favorite moment was Sansa and Lord Baelish finally
it was.
revealing their feelings for each other. Lord Baelish says, I'm going to take the Iron Throne, and you're going to be there by my side. And you just see in Sansa's
In
eyes.
his best Arnold voice.
That was really good.
Did you like that?
That was it was good. Let's
We're going
say
to
that.
take the Iron Throne, Sansa. You will be at my side.
Get on. Get to the chopper. Get to the. No,
Yeah, they don't have a
get to
chopper.
the wall.
Yeah, there it is. There.
The Lannisters, they don't even stand a chance.
So would
Everybody cheer.
He's not the White Walker.
He just comes in as Mr. Freeze.
not the White Walker.
Nice to meet you.
Chill out.
Oh man. Oh yeah.
So
I would
what
watch
you-
that.
what
What's
would
a
you rate
hothead?
this?
I'll give it a perfect 10. I'm not afraid.
Oh wow.
What was all that pretty good talk earlier then?
Yeah, yeah.
10's pretty good if you ask
So
me.
wishy washy.
No, stop it.
It's Mitt Romney all over again.
Oh no.
Oh man, but I'll give it a 9. I'm going to go with a 9 there.
Matt, what did you say?
I said 9.
Nine. So we've got two nines
I
here.
feel like
Two
an
nines, a
ass
10,
right
and
now.
an 8.5. No, 8.5 is a very, very.
Okay.
Like when I'm reading Game Informer and a game gets 8.5, I'm putting it on my to buy list.
But I'll also
you know.
read down the list on the side and be like, oh, okay, moderate gameplay. Okay.
Replay
All right.
value.
Oh, the sound? I don't care about the sound. It's okay. Controls aggravating. I don't know.
That someone understands the perils of Game
Oh, yeah.
Informer.
Oh, yeah.
But I will give it a 9, and I think I'm going to go with the Hodor thing as just because, like, the lump in my throat after watching that was
God.
just. I mean, but that's the thing about the season that made it so good. And I wanted to think of something different, but if we're being completely honest, I mean, I could BS and be like, oh, when Sansa blew up the church was my favorite or whatever. But just the Hodor thing, just to me, was like just that part. Like, you know what I mean?
We haven't talked about not Sansa.
Well, hold that.
Okay.
Oh no, if you got
Maisie
go,
Williams.
say if you
Maisie
forget.
Williams' character.
Oh man, what a badass!
Like the whole scene at the end with her ripping her face off, and,
Yep.
and well, what is her?
Arya?
Arya, thank you. I don't know why. Golly. No, that was really cool. I liked her. I like her character build. Like she's come a
Yeah.
long way.
Oh yeah, she went from like the meek little tomboy to the absolute
killer,
badass.
dude.
Like she's actually
God.
going through her list. You know, she's gotten a cut. Like
How did she get that face? Like,
I don't know.
That's what I
wondered,
that's what I
right?
was questioning.
And
She
it
must
did
have just,
really nice.
when she like dropped the mic. You know, because after she
Yeah.
told the guy
Yeah.
her whole thing and then dropped the mic and walk out. I guarantee there was a extra scene we'll see on the credits where she was like, "And I'm taking these." And she just grabbed a few faces. Was like, "I'm taking these with me," and you can't stop a girl.
Ruthless, man. Ruthless.
Yeah, truly.
That was
Whose
awesome.
throat did she slit? It was
It was
The Grey
Oh,
Worm.
dude.
Was not Grey Worm.
Walter Frey.
Grey
Walter
Worm.
Frey.
No, not Grey Worm. Frey. Yeah.
Walter
What?
Frey.
You think she's going to peel his face off and start parading around his head? Start like
I don't understand how this face works because I mean they just put the face on, but their body changes as well.
It's magic.
Can
I
she-
want his face.
would it just? I mean, is it one of those things where like her body transforms? Like, because I mean,
and the voice as well.
It did. I didn't notice. I was paying too much attention to the face like
Yeah.
afterwards
I
because I
can
went
see
back
that.
and watched it. I'm trying to watch it all, and they had to find an actress who kind of looks like Maisie Williams a little bit. Like she in the eyes, she looked a little bit like her.
okay.
I kind of see that leading to a problem. It's like, you know, she forgets which face or body she's got on, and she's trying to seduce someone. She pulls back the robe, and it's just that old man's body,
That's
and it's
funny.
like, oh shit!
Or she's just parading around as Walter Frey with like her tits all out and shit. You know, just
Which I feel bad because Maisie Williams, but she is legal, so it's not, you know. It's not as bad as if we were perving on her like this back in 2011
Would
or
never.
12.
Would
You know,
never.
absolutely
We would
not.
never do something
But
like
you know, anybody who takes the faces. But
So you think Walter Frey's basically going to be like Caitlyn Jenner in the next episode, in the next season?
Wow, that's some current
yeah, pretty
stuff
much.
right there.
Pretty much.
man, that's a good connection there.
You know,
That's good. I
I
wouldn't
am
have thought about that.
I
That's like the next Nike commercial. Everybody's, I am Caitlyn. I am Caitlyn. I'm not Caitlyn.
I love the man. That's wonderful. You guys are
Caitlyn
brilliant.
isn't even really Caitlyn.
Yeah, she doesn't.
Stop it.
Oh no, it's fine. She's great.
I don't understand why is it that like Bill Cosby rapes like 60 women and everybody's like, I don't know, there's probably two sides of the story, but Kim and Kanye and Taylor Swift have a cell phone call and everybody loses their shit.
Yeah.
And they're like, I can't
Just
believe
being
this.
that I hate Kanye West so much, I'm still going to side with Taylor Swift. I mean, it could be like the video where she's like, yes, call me a bitch on the record. I'm cool with it. And I'm still going to be like, pfft, Team Taylor.
Yeah.
I cannot stand
Yeah.
Kanye West, man. Which sucks because I've seen a lot of his songs on trailers for movies that otherwise look really good.
Do you think it was all a setup? Do you think it was all a
Probably.
setup? Just to make her look bad?
I think
Probably.
it didn't start out as like that, but they saw the potential in viewers and ratings, and they're like, "Oh."
And
let's
Kanye's
get
just a
on it.
douche, and Kim Kardashian and Kanye are perfect for each other. She's a female douche, he's a male douche,
Well, she
and their
needs a big,
douchiness, you
she
know.
needs a big douche to
Right.
put that in there.
Oh.
So they just,
Thank
you
you.
know,
Thank you.
they go back
You're
to
a
the
little
douche
sad about
factory.
You're a little bit sad about the.
I mean, vaginal stank is nothing to joke about. All right.
Well, if anything, calling someone a douche is actually a positive thing because it's
Right,
cleansing
they
and
clean,
that's,
yeah. You're
that's
right.
really
They're
good.
both dicks.
They're douche waste.
There you
Let's
go.
with
There you
it.
go. They're used douches.
Oh,
They're
man.
used douches.
There you
That's what
go.
we'll say.
Yeah.
Used, wasted
Oh, good.
douches.
Now, good. We got you on that one, too.
But okay, so back to Game of Thrones.
They probably didn't have douches back then. They had a
No.
lot of stinky vagina
Oh
back then.
yeah, I bet sex back then.
Bunch of
even
horsehair. They
Royal,
just-
they wiped their
braided
butts
horsehair.
with hay.
God.
They wipe their butts with hay or their left hand. That's why. That's where the custom of shaking with your right hand comes from. 'Cause
Yeah.
they used to wipe with their left hand.
Yeah.
I think they had some form of douche though, because the prostitutes, they would wash out their uteruses with some kind of like watery pump or something.
I think the first
I
condom
know they
dated
did that
back
in the
to
Westerns.
1600s.
Was it like a hand crank pump?
Yeah, not bad. It
was like a hand crank
Yeah,
pump.
like
They
a foot pedal.
drawing water out of the well.
I've got so
to the
many
fireplace.
inappropriate things I'm thinking of to add to this conversation.
Braid a
I'm just gonna
horsehair.
hold them
I
back.
know, it's why you're just like,
I'm like, when do I throw it? When do I use
come
it?
out something like really bad. Guys, that's the end of the podcast. That's it.
And all
That's the
three of
step
you
we
get
need
up
to
there
stop.
like, dude, just fuck
You
you.
need to stop.
Everybody wants that.
I can't do that.
But no, so I'm trying to think back on this season as far as other. I mean, it was a lot of memorable moments this season. Arya is definitely a badass. I think now that she's back in the game, but there's two theories we haven't talked about that I've read and heard of. And did we mention, for those that haven't heard, that it's going to be next summer is when it's coming out? I know we said that, I think, before the mic was on, but next summer is when the next season's coming out, so we're going to have to wait a little longer, and it's only going to be 7 episodes. They're nearing the end here, which is really sad, but I respect that in a storytelling stance of, hey, we're not trying to milk it for as many years as we can. We're telling you a story, and when she's done, she's done.
I'll say milk it.
But
Milk it for
Milk
all
that
it's
tape.
worth. Yeah.
he just wants more Littlefinger.
I do. I want to see like a Littlefinger prequel series, like him coming up in the pimp game, you know?
Oh, when he was
Strengthening
even
his-
littler finger?
Yeah.
Like a
He was
Better Call
tiny
Saul
finger.
type of
Tiny
thing.
finger.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it's just about a little finger.
Yeah.
I watched a thing. It's definitely not mine. I think it's This Story You Never Knew is the name of the channel on YouTube. Great channel. If you like fan theories and stuff, that is like the ultimate channel. They do video games, movies. But they had this really cool theory. Again, not my theory, so not taking credit for it. The Story You Never Knew. You can YouTube it. But they actually were talking about George R.R. Martin's psyche and how he said, like, almost, I paraphrase here, I don't want to say quote, but like, the lines between good and evil are very blurred with him, and that he hates the idea that all bad guys are like these ugly, just bad guys that, you know. So their fan theory was that the throne will be offered to Jon Snow, because everybody's like, oh, him and Daenerys, but actually Daenerys is the villain no one ever saw coming. Look at it. She doesn't really compromise. She conquers. You know, she with the slaves and stuff she did, but I mean, she's very fierce. Like, basically, she's planning to come into Westeros and being like, surrender, and if they don't immediately say yes, kill them all. Whereas Jon Snow only fights when he has to. Like, Jon Snow doesn't want war, and he's only taking this, you know, role he's got now because there's a bigger plot. Jon Snow's not power hungry whatsoever. Daenerys is like power drunk. Like, all she wants is to rule the world. And Jon Snow, you know, it's just basically like, I'm just here to help.
Yeah.
And that's all I want. So they think that it's going to end in democracy. Basically, Jon Snow will be offered the throne and will ultimately turn it down because that's just not how he rolls.
And once again, we might see family against family.
Yep.
My theory is Tyrion's going to have to kill Daenerys, just like, you know, Jaime had to kill the Mad King.
Oh,
That's
that
what
would
I
be
think.
man. That would be awesome.
I think
I
what's
had
really
never
going to
thought
happen
about
is
that.
Tyrion's going to get down on all fours behind Daenerys.
God.
Jon Snow's going to push her.
Okay,
She'll trip over
I
her.
thought that was going to be a lot worse than it ended up being.
And she'll just like land on a bed of spikes or something. I don't know.
Ah, man, that would be some good storytelling right there. The thing I like about Game of Thrones is it's not necessarily unpredictable in the fact of some people have predicted a lot of the things, like the R plus L equals J, but still, when it happened, you were just so excited that you didn't even care that people had predicted that back in like season 1 or 2.
Right. Or Hodor.
Hodor, yeah.
Some guy predicted that a long time ago.
I'm trying to think of it was another theory I had heard, of course, about Daenerys being the bad guy, and it was something else. It's just a lot of speculation going forward, but the showdown, because they said everyone thinks that the final battle will be between the White Walkers and the people, but not really. Like, that goes against what he said about them all being ugly and blah 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 blah. Like, that's the battle you expect, but that's not. They'll be handled and dealt with, but then the real battle is going to be between.
Well, do you think that
fire and ice? Jon Snow, Daenerys Stormborn, she's fire. Jon Snow. It doesn't necessarily mean fire and ice has to be White Walkers, dragons. It could be Daenerys versus Jon Snow. I mean, it could be. I mean, we don't want to see that happen because in our eyes, the way we followed them, they're good. She's a good guy, but in reality, you look at the people she's come against, she's a nightmare. Like, she's not a good guy. Jon Snow doesn't just go, let's conquer this. Jon Snow's like, he's kind of like the emo kid, and he's like, White Walkers are coming. We've got to build an army. We've got to take back.
I mean, do you think that she'll help them defeat the White Walkers, and then she'll just take over after that? Try to at least.
Yeah, that's the way I could see it going. Almost like a "you owe me" type thing now, and it'll kind of go to her
I'm your
head. Savior. I mean, which, she brings 3 dragons to the fight. I mean, you kind of do owe her. But, you're fighting a bunch of ice people with 3 dragons. I mean, the girl.
I like our odds.
The girl definitely,
I still want to see famous celebrities voice those dragons.
Oh yeah, Morgan Freeman. Do you Morgan Freeman? Do you Morgan Freeman?
My name is Morgan Freeman, and I'm the voice of this dragon. See, like I want that, and like maybe Dusty Rhodes too. It's like. Yeah, baby, Dusty Rhodes is this dragon.
I'm coming down to burn you.
I'm coming down to burn. I'm gonna spit fire all over. I'm gonna put hard times on you, buddy.
Oh, they made an ice. I ain't worried about nothing. Who's the third one though? Okay, so we got
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
Oh, that would be perfect, of course, because of
Dragonheart.
Yeah,
clear the way.
Where is my mother?
Dude, between him and Morgan Freeman going back and forth, could be beautiful. I don't like your accent.
Have I ever told you about Andy Dufresne? Now shut up about Andy. What are y'all talking about? I can't do the other one.
Can y'all just get along?
My name is Morgan Freeman, and Daenerys likes me the best. I am Drogon.
Dude, that is brilliant. Good job. Now, you have to narrate it with your movie guy voice, though. Like, we're signing roles here. He's going to voice Morgan Freeman as the dragon. Yeah. You're going to do Sean Connery. You also have to double your duty, and you're going to have to do the trailer guy, Don Fontaine.
In a world.
There you go.
My name is Morgan Freeman.
The 7 realms are at stake.
Morgan Freeman is my name again.
Just by the way,
I couldn't do that like off the fly. I would be laughing too much.
But so I could definitely see some because that's the way you think it's going to go. Like everybody's going to all team up, and of course, I don't think we're going to have like a happy ending. Like there's peace in Westeros at last. I mean, it might not be as many feuding families now, but I mean, I think it's going to have an ambiguous type of ending. Like. I don't know.
What's going to happen to Cersei? I mean,
Cersei's going to die.
Yeah, I mean, but like how is the?
But you think she's going to die? You think she is? Maybe George R.R. Martin doesn't like to do things the way you think he's going to do. And what's it? Benioff and Weiss. Yeah. They don't. They take a lot from his writing, even with the ones they've written. They do a lot that you don't expect. So you expect Cersei to die. What if it ends with Cersei ruling everything?
Or it could end with Cersei being exiled. Like her entire family is just gone. Yeah, and she's just by herself.
The Lannisters.
She withers away alone.
I was going to say the little seed of her plotting her revenge again.
Maybe she got her hair shaved. Maybe she overcompensates by never cutting it again, and she gets in a tower because she's so sad, and she becomes Rapunzel.
She just turns into an old lady.
Oh, I used to fucking rule the world.
And my brother.
And now my grandkids won't even call me.
My grandkids won't even pigeon me.
Oh, no, I broke my hip. Oh.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Oh, my titties, I stepped on them again.
I'm going to say this, though. If I don't see the mountain just mowing down some White Walkers, though, I will be extremely disappointed.
Oh, yeah, we got to see.
I know, like, everybody wants all of these characters to be lined up and fighting the White Walkers. I do, is be cliche and predictable as it is. I still want it, but I better see the mountain.
Do you think the Hound is going to climb the mountain?
I think he's going to kill the mountain because he wants to kill his brother, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
He wants to, you burn half my face. I'm pretty sure our blood bond's out the window.
And that was that one episode. They didn't do anything else after.
No, you knew he was alive, and that's all she wrote, right?
Because I thought they were going to lead up to Stark. What's her name?
Arya.
No, the mother.
Oh,
who comes back
Lady Stoneheart.
Lady Stoneheart. I thought that's what they were going towards.
A lot of people did,
so I'm
and
hoping they'll do that next season.
A lot of people thought she was coming back, but I think they said in the book she's resurrected really quick, and then now it's been quite a while. Mm-hmm. So
the story has advanced quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm actually going to start trying to read the books. I just don't know. I'm going to get the first one when I go to the beach. I'm going to try to read it while I'm at the beach. If I can't enjoy it on the beach, I don't know that. You know what I mean? Like, if I can't
be at the beach for a month and a half, because that's how long it's going to take you to read.
That's like I'm reading Stephen King's The Stand. This is the unabridged. Like, it's got every little detail. Like, if someone
you've gotten further since the last time.
Yeah, I was at page 200 and something. Now I'm in the 800s.
Isn't the
but
TV
still.
movie got like Greg Kinnear and it's like
no,
from back
it's
in the 90s?
pure
like
crap.
mid-90s? Oh,
you
it
had
is?
Gary Sinise, which
Gary
was
Sinise,
awesome.
not Greg Kinnear.
You had. God, you had a lot. It was a couple of people, and you had the voice of Patrick Starr. God, what's his
Thought
name?
you were gonna say Patrick Stewart.
John, why would you?
I'll know his name if you say it.
From Coach.
Yes.
Bill Fagerbakke.
Is that his name?
What? Is this a real person?
Is it?
Bill Fagerbakke.
That's and also was on How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, he was Marshall's dad.
Is that how you say his name? Bill Fagerbakke? What?
Bill Fagerbakke. I could make this up right
Bill
now.
Fagerbakke?
Bill Fagerbakke. Bill Fagerbakke. No, I don't know. Bill
That's
Fagerbakke.
cool. Yeah, he's in it. It's. I mean, I say it's crap, but then again, it was made in the '90s, so I mean, you really can't. And I saw it recently, so you really can't, I guess, judge it as hard as you know.
I want to get into the Dark Tower, but I want to fix my microphone first. Oh wait. Oh.
Just wiggle it a little bit. There you go. All right.
That's my problem.
Wiggle it just a little bit.
I don't know what's going on. Wait for it. What happened?
Not twist a little bit.
Oh.
No.
Wait. You know what? How about this? How about we do?
All right, Matt is here, and
I'm here, guys.
we're not cutting it. We're not going to try to make this look like a perfectly polished product. We're going to show you all of the trials and tribulation.
Come on. Oh. What's going to happen?
Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on?
He's knocking it in. Change back microphones. It's my lucky mic. All right. How about that? No, this is worse. I'm like stuck in the computer. It's like Poltergeist. Hello.
No.
We were so close, guys.
He has such good things to
I
say.
don't have anything left to say.
No, what were we getting into last time? So I'm about to Bill Funkerbunky.
Funger.
Take my mic.
There we go. And he's the voice of that. Oh man, I feel like a DJ right now. Let's take it way back on Smooth 97 Jazz. Oh, that didn't do it all like I thought it was going to.
No, it thought it was going to be a lot cooler just to swing. But no, I think they're redoing The Stand. They offered the role to Matthew McConaughey, but he turned it for Randall Flagg. He turned it down right now because I think they sidelined the project, and he took the role of the Dark Man in the Dark Tower. However, the Dark Man is Randall Flagg. Like, they are the same guy. So actually,
that's what they're going for too.
yeah. If you speak loud enough, we got 3 mics going. You'll pick up on.
Okay, so I'm really looking forward to that movie.
Look at your levels. They're perfect.
Levels.
I mean, you sound like Bill Fagerbakke in the Stand movie, but still. But no, they definitely get into the Dark Towers. If you don't want to read the books, they have some graphic novels out, which are really, really good. I got the first one. JP actually gave me the first one.
I did, yeah.
It was
Peter David wrote it.
It's really
great writer.
I thought the comic books were about I thought the comic books were about the movie, but apparently it's like different tales outside of the movie.
Oh my
The
goodness.
comic starts off by telling you his backstory, like when he was a kid, and now they're actually up to the novels. Like now he's actually the graphic novels are following the actual books. There's other tales. The thing about the Dark Tower is there are like a while back he just put out a book and was like, this actually happened between 4 and 5, and you don't have to even have read the Dark Tower series to read this book. It's just a lot of.
It's so many books.
How beautiful is this?
It's a little awkward now that Matt Doss is sitting in Matt Crowder's
like
lap.
duets or something like that.
Now we're just one. We're becoming one.
If our beards touch, it's going to meld together.
Gotta get closer.
So we both wearing black. Wow, that's pretty impressive.
This I wish that now's one of the times when I wish this was a video podcast.
You can tell which one of us uses Tide. I'm just throwing my crap in with all my other clothes. He's washing his darks with his darks and his lights with his lights.
I ruined the shirt last week by doing that, and it was a shirt I really liked. And I'm not really all that picky on shirts.
Just pull it out and be like it's a tie-dye.
Right, it's like it's supposed to have these black splotches all over this light red color. But let's see, thinking back to Game of Thrones, before we go, because we're winding down now.
I just laid my head on the show for the viewers at home.
I'm loving
And
this.
I didn't hate it.
That's good. That's
didn't
good.
hate it.
What deodorant is that? That's good. What is that? What is that, soap? Is that Dove?
That's actually the brand.
Like, exactly. It's my own brand. But if we got together, we could save a lot of money on beach souvenirs. because we have the same name.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my God, we just share the keychain and stuff.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Oh my God, that is great. Oh my God, that's the best thing I've heard all day. You need to go to the beach with us. I've been trying to tell JP
You
to
see
go
what
to the
you
beach
got
with us in
started?
August. And he won't go, but I mean, just think of how much we could save on. Justin was at Myrtle Beach.
We could share our airbrush T-shirts.
Exactly.
It'd be perfect. Yeah.
Just get like a bigger size than a normal one, so we can wear. You have one arm in one sleeve.
For
and I have
those
an
at
arm in
home, Matt Doss is holding his mic that no longer functions. Do you miss having your own mic
one,
that bad?
That was really quick. That was really
Man,
quick.
I mean, you know, I next time we're going to do this again, and we're going to get a different mic cable because luckily Matt Crowder came just prepared. Man, he's like, "Oh yeah, I got a mic stand, I got a mic, I got a cable."
I got some
I wish
lights
I
in
would
the
have took
back.
him up on
A couple
now.
roadies in the back. If you want me to get them,
I ain't blowing no roadies.
yes, you will.
If you want to meet the
If you want
band,
this podcast,
If you want to meet
Look,
the band.
poor JP too. Like I'm trying my best to swing around, but it's like I've got both Matts on my left sitting like on each other basically, and then I got JP's kind of just in the corner by himself. So it's like, how you doing over there, buddy?
Nah, I'm fine.
What are your
fine.
thoughts?
I'm
Game of
just taking
Thrones.
everything in. I'm like sitting up here on a perch, man, just watching everything happen.
Game of Thrones. What are you thinking?
I feel like God right now.
Okay. Oh, here's what I wanted to say. Here's what I wanted to say. Okay, one last point to make before we wrap this up. I thought the look between Sansa and Littlefinger was like one of kind of like he was looking at her like you betrayed me or some shit. But I've actually read that was like a look. Like they were agreeing on not liking Jon getting the position of power. Like maybe Sansa thought she should have it.
No, she thought
Or something.
Littlefinger should get it. Because he saved the day.
Well,
And he's Lord Baelish, and he's so handsome, and his Van Dyke is so becoming.
Is what?
Isn't that what you call the facial hair
I
he's
think
got?
so.
Oh, is that called a Van Dyke?
I'm pretty
believe
sure.
so.
Oh, okay. Back in my day, it was called a Van Lesbian.
Oh, my God.
Thank you for setting that up. I appreciate that. Just like we rehearsed. Thank you.
You know, spike it.
Well, I mean, the relationship has been building for some time, though. I mean, when they first absconded together, like I remember he got a scroll, and she was peeking over, like almost like, you know, when Bae tries to read your texts or whatever kind of thing.
Yeah.
So maybe she was just like, "Who's this bitch?" She's
Peter
talking.
Baelish is not Bae.
Yeah, I thought when you said Bay, I was like, wait, does he try to read somebody's text in the show? Are you calling him Bay now? Is that...
No, Peter Baelish is not Bae. I don't think Sansa wants him, but I took it as like you're backing up Jon. What the hell type deal is why they looked at each other like that. But I had read that perhaps that was a look of like, oh yeah, we're going to have to get him, brother or not.
I mean, she had to practically drag Jon Snow into this. You know, Jon Snow's all like, look, I just came back from the dead. I'm
Yeah,
not trying to sweat with it. Yeah.
Like I said, it's kind of like the emo battle. He's just like, yeah, I guess we'll fight.
I mean, Sansa and Lord Baelish won this war. Or, you know, this battle, whatever.
Yeah, John, that was one thing that was crazy was how she said, you know, she warned him. She was like, don't do what he wants you to do. You will, you know, and then Jon Snow did everything the wrong way, like everything.
He learned nothing.
Right. You know
You
nothing.
Still know nothing.
Jon Snow. So, yeah. All right, any predictions as we wrap this up for next season? Any people are going to die. That's my prediction. Yeah, Peep's going to die. Grr. Apparently.
I really hope that there's another giant somewhere.
Maybe there's a 2-2.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe it's his wife, and she actually has like a giant tutu. I don't know. I'm just getting stupid now. But still.
She wears a dress but no underwear,
Right.
but she's taller than everybody else, so you see the problem.
That creates an interesting aspect on the battlefield because, you know, you're toting more than one sword now. Every time she walks over you, you're like, oh, man.
That's the biggest I've ever seen.
I better go get Kanye West. And we brought it back.
Oh, man. All the way back to like the first couple of minutes.
That was good.
That's good. Well, I had a good time. It was great getting the mats together, and I love that.
It's like literally closer than before. This is happening. I don't know if we go for another 30 minutes. Like I'm going to be sitting in his lap or something. I don't know what's happening.
Did you plan this, Justin, with the faulty mic cable?
Well,
Impressive.
It's all a setup.
Impressive.
It's all a setup.
you guys, it was great getting. We're going to have to come up with something. Being Game of Thrones is kind of out, and and for those of you, if this wasn't exclusive Game of Thrones enoughness, we just like podcasting, so we just had to have a reason to podcast again. So we're going to have to find something else to podcast about here in the next few weeks. And I don't think I told you, we're going to take the Game of Thrones podcast and put it on and you might be listening to it on there now, on the Podcasting Dead.
Oh,
We were
cool.
like, that doesn't, I mean, it's Walking Dead, but we could just, being that we've got a base there, we could just put it all together, and then we can start maybe doing some Breaking Bad. And
Join our
some other
banners.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're bringing the families together.
You know?
What is our symbol? Is it like a dead microphone? Would it be that microphone over there?
A dead microphone, like hanging. That was funny. That's good.
It's just all busted up. That would be a good, a good banner for us. The busted ass microphone.
I'll draw up some sketches.
Or just you two sitting like that, like right there. Just that'd be our banner.
I feel like it's like
I'm posing like I'm going to take a picture or something.
You guys
I
really
can't help
are
it.
missing the fact that this isn't a video podcast. Because my God, if there was one ever we could have made it to a video podcast, this would be the one.
just inching slowly over.
I'm getting comfortable. It's nice.
You good? I can tell you get. This feels like that time I went and saw Sweeney Todd with my ex girlfriend. The arm
Who was
slowly
who?
getting over there, right?
Oh boy,
Good
well,
times, man.
Good times. This is what it was like in prison.
They were a lot nicer
I
in
was
prison.
in the corner while the two other.
I'm
big guys-
rehabilitated. I'm rehabilitated.
I felt a lot safer in prison. Thank you.
Oh man. Well, JP, would you like to leave them with something? Now
I'd
that they know your secret identity and everything.
I'd like to leave them with everything. I don't know. Yeah, go check out the Podcasting Dead. We got lots more stuff over there, yo.
There is. Oh, go on. If you have Netflix, watch Stranger Things.
Stranger
it's a new show
Things.
on
Oh,
Netflix.
I want to see that.
I
Is it
want to see
good?
that.
It's
I
like
heard
80s
it's like a Goonies.
psychedelic.
I heard about that.
Dude. Horror, sci-fi. It's a send-up. The
It's
music.
out now,
I didn't
too?
know how
I
much
didn't
I
know
like synth. And it's amazing.
Huh.
The sound. All the episodes are out. It's like Steven Spielberg and a couple other people are involved in it. Really great cast.
I think Winona Ryder.
Yeah, she's like the
in it.
mom or
Huh.
something. Yeah.
Man, yeah, I'm gonna have to check that
I
out.
love Winona Ryder.
She still looks great.
She does. It's all those beauty products she stole.
Was it her on South Park that was shooting the ping pong balls out of her hoo-ha at the USO show?
Yeah, the South Park
Was that what
movie.
it was? That
Yeah,
what it was? Yeah. Every time somebody says her name, I just hear. There you go. Well, it's been a blast. We'll figure out something to podcast about. Those of you that have been commenting and messaging our Facebook and our YouTube channel saying, hey, please podcast about something. Here you go. We hope you enjoyed it. As always, Matt Crowder. Matt, thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you.
Matt Doss, thank you for joining us.
As always, thank you.
And JP.
Yeah, I'm always here.
They won't let me
I
leave.
just kind of sleep under the desk. Rub Justin's feet when he tells me to.
It's nice. It's
Sometimes
nice.
when he doesn't tell you.
Yeah. That bunion, I'm getting a little concerned about that, though.
I've told you, I'm not getting it checked out.
All right. Suit
All
yourself.
right, so we will see you guys sometime soon. Thanks for listening.